The tale of the foolish and greedy servant. A king had a servant who was both foolish and greedy, often neglecting his duties. To correct this, the king reduced his daily provisions and warned him that if he continued his behavior, he would be removed from the royal service entirely. Instead of reflecting on his own mistakes, the servant grew angry and began blaming others. First, he accused the cook of reducing his rations. The cook calmly replied, "I'm just following orders. Find out the real reason." Frustrated, the servant wrote a letter to the king, full of hidden resentment, though it appeared respectful on the surface. However, the king, sensing this, chose not to respond. The servant became more impatient, writing several more letters, but still, no response came. He blamed everyone but himself, the king, the cook, the messenger, never considering that his own actions were the cause of his problems. One day, the king's advisor asked, "Why don't you reply to the servant's letters?" The king replied, "I could easily answer him, or even forgive his mistakes, but I fear that his bad behavior will spread to the other servants if I let it go unchecked." Life lessons from the story. Self-reflection before blaming others. When faced with difficulties, it's important to first reflect on one's own actions, instead of immediately blaming others. The servant's failure to recognize his own faults led to further problems. Next, taking responsibility. The story highlights the importance of personal accountability. Rather than taking responsibility for his mistakes, the servant blamed external factors, which only worsened his situation. The power of silence. The king's decision not to respond shows that sometimes silence is the best response to someone's misguided behavior. Engaging in unnecessary confrontation might do more harm than good. The impact of negative behavior. The king's concern that the servant's poor behavior could influence others reminds us of the ripple effect our actions can have on those around us. Negative behavior, left unchecked, can spread and harm the larger community. Lastly, change starts with self-awareness. The servant's failure to see his own role in his downfall reflects the broader lesson that self-awareness is key to personal growth. True improvement starts with understanding and correcting one's own mistakes. This story serves as a reminder to reflect on our own actions, take responsibility for our behavior, and recognize that sometimes silence is a powerful and wise response.